It's a secret room. Ah.
Willie, are you
Look,
out
there's
there?
a sapling on the floor, too.
Kason, what are you doing in there?
What?
York, is that you? Thank God. I can't get this door open. Can you unlock it from your side?
Kason, stand away from the door.
Shoot. It just evaporates. Francis has a high-powered laser.
Why does he have a kiss mark on him?
I don't know. Probably from Diane.
She'll sleep with anyone.
Where's Diane? And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, you know, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you, do I?
Actually,
Yes, you do.
Diane just died a moment ago.
What?
You're not just a key witness now. You're now a suspect. And you need to tell me exactly what you were doing here.
Well, I just came here to talk with Diane. To have a conversation.
And I
have
suppose that
sex.
kiss mark on your cheek is from your conversation.
This was just a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Which is exactly what killed Diane.
Okay. I came here to be with Diane. You happy now? We've been together before.
That's weird.
A couple times. It's one of the reasons why I like coming to this town, see? This time is no different. I bumped into her in a bar in Seattle. I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back here. I have a wife, you know, but we've been separated for a while. We're going through a divorce right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out.
It's quite a stare.
Anyway, how could
If-
I
if
kill
you looked at me like that, I'd
Diane
be
if I
like,
was
"Oh,
in a
shit."
room locked from the outside? 2 hours ago, me and Diane, easy, drinking upstairs. We were, you know, enjoying ourselves.
Quite a mix
then
there.
Nick had to show up. Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here.
And he went along with it.
I've just been here waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple times. They just passed by. Well, then I couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window.
She obviously wanted something
Then you
from
showed
him,
up instead
because he
of
grows
Diane.
those saplings. And he's like one of the few people that could do it, I thought he said.
And they were like
Diane has
falling
become
out
the
of her.
third victim of our killer.
Yeah.
And nada from questioning Nick. Nothing. Got no new leads from questioning Nick. He's taken the death of Diane really badly. In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art. But he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level that would lead to a murder. They were about to head out to the bar again together. But while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was, either. Of course, Kason looks like a prime suspect. But that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room. Which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time. He did say something else. The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots. And Nick was wearing boots. But now that Diane's dead, no one can back up Nick's statement. Which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kason go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now. One more thing, Zach. George looked terribly depressed. I guess this case is really getting to him. He's feeling responsible for the deaths of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him? I wonder what's left. Well, of course, he'd still have muscle.
Interesting stuff.
Poor George. He's starting to grow on me. I hope he's not the killer.
I don't think he's the killer. Seems a little too convenient for him to be the killer. Thank you.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think? We can go
Francis
drinking
is
with
always
George,
looking for a good time.
Turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Let's go for a drink. Why not? Going back to the hotel would be boring.
And you could get drunk instead. That's fun.
Yep, and talk about our
George, that scar on your cheek.
hidden secrets.
Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big
My
tree in
mom
our
hit me.
backyard. I used to
That's what it's
climb it a
gonna be.
lot. And fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
Oh, I knew it.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history.
Quite a bitch.
The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. Oh, I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you.
Wow.
And
He
me,
could really be the killer now.
being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees.
I don't think he would be saying all this if he was, though.
I mean, he obviously could hate
Kept
women
asking
because of what his
myself,
mom did him.
Why is she hurting me this way?
Yeah, but he's already shown his
I
back,
thought long and
remember?
hard about it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the symbol.
It doesn't have to be a...
And just figured
Could it be just a shirt with that
I'm
on
weaker
it?
than her.
Not
That's
according to the little premonitions
It's the
that he
law
keeps
of Mother
having.
Nature at work.
It was actually on the dude's back.
The strong eat the weak.
But now,
who knows?
you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber. And I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems, not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
Aw, how cute. They're bonding.
Male bonding.
Just don't put an AGE on the end.
Giggity.
Who are you?
It's Carol. It's Tom's sister.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too.
What a great
We've
conversation
got Nick
starter.
in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
I'm busy, gotta go.
He didn't even show the picture to her.
It's an interesting walk. It's like the dude who's always snapping his fingers when he walks.
The guy's awesome.
I dream of you like a girl. There is something funny about the sound we hid behind the door. They should see us. I have seen a haze from the night, muddy space. I dream of thee like glistener.
She's next. She's wearing a red dress.
Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. But then again, this game has surprised me thus far. I really don't have a clue what's going on. But it seems like one of those things that when it's finally explained, it will all make sense.
Hopefully.
Yeah, sometimes they don't, but maybe they can pull it off. Certainly kept my attention.
Gunshot.